So that happened. So this is my personal message to my young brothers, right? Personal message to the young brothers. So check this out, right? Check this out. So when I first seen this, I honestly, and this is a hot take. I don't care how you feel about it, but when I first seen this, I honestly thought it was like a joke. I was like, man, go on ahead, man. I know that man ain't no crash out like that, right? Right? You know what I mean? Being that I somebody myself that has done time, you get what I'm saying? Like I've done time before, like time. So a good bit of my life in my 20s, had all of my 20s I spent behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I can't blame it on nobody else. Even though there were other people involved, a lot of those were based on decisions I made. So with that being said, right, after doing that time, I did 4.5 my first time and 2 my second time. So 6.5 years of my 20s is out the window, gone. I saw more people die or be unalived, excuse me, TikTok. But I saw more people unalived behind the wall on my second bid in them 2 years than I ever have in these streets. You know what I mean? And when stuff back there happens, they call what's called an institutional lockdown. So you'll be in your room, right? Anywhere from 4 to 90 days. And you only come out for like 20, 30 minutes, if that, depending on what yard you're on or how strict the institutional lockdown is. In other words, you might only be able to come out, take a shower, and go right back to your room. Your food is brought to your door. You can't even walk to the cab. You know what I'm saying? And I saw people unalived, and not so much as from shank stabbing and riots, but from situations like in institutional lockdowns. They can't get their meds like they supposed to. And Aunt was supposed to come home when I came home. Man, they've been down as long as I've been living. Imagine doing 25 years. You go home in 3 weeks, and because of some young buck don't want to like control his emotion or crash out, man, you're an institutional lockdown. And this man passed from a stroke and a seizure. So I said all that to say this, right? Because there is no rehabilitation back there. You have to self-rehabilitate. A lot of systems are getting better than that at it, with programs to kind of help you rehabilitate yourself before you come home. But not every place is like that. Not every institution is like that. We know what kind of system that is back there. So with that being said, you had a golden plate waiting on you, my boy, when you came home. Not too many people that come home can come home to a bag. You get what I'm saying? Not too many people have the status quo that you have. My little brother did 8 years, right? And this is the same kind of situation. And this is the message to the young boys when I'm saying, don't let nobody trick you out your position. Don't let nobody trick you out these streets. This is how you can tell this man ain't had nobody real in his circle that allowed him to do that. You know what I'm saying? My little brother did 8 years. My little brother did 8 years. My boy got to the bag before he went in. He got to the bag while he was in there. And he got straight to the bag soon as he touched down. Now, the only fault he had was like the kind of people he kept around him. But all in all, bro, was the most blessed nigga you could be. Blessed G you could be around. You know what I'm saying? Long live T-Raw Smooth. It's one of the most blessed people you could be around. But because the type of people he had around him, right? I just call it what it is. It was hate. It was hate. He even had homies that come at him like, bro, throw me something. You come on. That man grinded for everything he had. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really gave him too much, but people are more willing to help you get there if they see you grind for it. So when he came home, he had haters that put an Apple tag up under his car and followed him home and tried to rob him. End up unaliving my little brother. Same type situation. If you feel like you was in a bad situation with Gucci, bro, if you really felt like you was in a bad situation with Gucci, when you came home on your first day out, drop a track first day out, and you doing NBA young boy numbers your first day home, bro, you didn't need Gucci money no more. You feel me? You hadn't solidified yourself. You hadn't solidified yourself. You was good. No matter how them wheels would have turned, you probably would have came out on the Wayne end of the deal. You still would have got your money. You still would have been free. Now you done threw your whole life away, and you ain't even been home a whole year yet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even been home a whole year yet. And you just threw everything out the window. And then when you thought you got yourself out of that contract, my boy, you still under that contract. So while you doing all this time, you know what I'm saying, this man could still be making money off your name. So what did all that accomplish? What did all that accomplish? So this is my message to you brothers, man. Don't let nobody trick you out these streets, bro. We had an old school from here, from the hood, 52 years old, just caught 25 years. What is Unc gonna do with that? That is the rest of your life. If you are over 30 years old, 5 years is a lot of time. Okay? 5 years is a lot of time. When I did my bid and came home, baby, I was stuck in the past. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, the buses are talking now? People got touchscreen phones, boy. When I got locked up, I had a Sony Ericsson. You feel me? You still had to pull the little lever, ding, ding, to get off the bus. When I get home, the bus talking, this kiosk at McDonald's, you're lost. You're lost. And that was just 6 years. That's how fast time moving. So with that being said, man, look, don't let nobody trick y'all off these streets, man. It's big homie Lord Ghost, man. Don't let nobody trick you out your position or off these streets, because I promise you ain't nothing for you back there. Peace, y'all.